Robin, you might.
Yeah. Come on.
All right. Good evening and welcome everybody to Savon's Academy Stars Youth Basketball Organization meeting. Today is June 20th, 2018. And we will jump right on ahead into our meeting. Starting with attendance to my left.
Cheryl Sawyer, Village Liaison.
Robin Crawford, Treasurer.
Claudine Gooden Brooks, President.
Dale Savon Smith, Program Director.
All right, and we do meet quorum for today. At this time, our secretary did email over our agenda, our minutes. And we have our agendas before us for review. So if everybody can take a look at their agendas. Are there any changes to be made? Oh,
Make a motion to accept the minutes.
thank you,
I second that.
thank you. All right. In regards to the April minutes, did you receive April minutes? Because the last thing I have is March.
No, I can find that out from Dexter.
Okay.
We can get April minutes submitted if it's not already submitted. So you're saying it's not submitted?
No, but sometimes I know he sends it to you and then I get it.
Okay, so I will check my email.
Okay,
If it's not in there, then I'll get it from him.
okay. So if you make a note on the agenda that we're waiting for April minutes to be tendered by the secretary. All right, and we'll move to our treasurer, Robin.
All right, got the belated quarterly financial data from Spillane's office. We just got those last Friday, I believe.
Okay.
And so turn that into the village. I guess I spoke with Coach Vaughn about getting some help. I'm behind with the last 2 months. And so we've made a plan, I guess, to talk to Dexter, turn the computer over to him, and have him try and keep up on it. Apologize for the treasury situation. So.
All right. No, any way we can help?
Well, we love Robin, especially me. So anything to keep Robin part of us, anything that we can do to help him remain, I want when we have great success, we want him to continue to be here, even in a limited, capacity.
All right, so we'll make note that, me too, if I can help out, if you want to screenshot some things over, I could quickly put it in, I'll do it.
Well, I think really with the treasury, somebody needs to, you need a person to be responsible for it. So,
Right.
I think it'd be good. It'll take a while for Dexter to catch on. Were you able to talk to Dexter today, Coach?
I wasn't, he told me he was on his way to school.
Yeah.
So I wasn't able to talk to him, but we spoke before, even the last board meeting that we had, me, him, and Claudine, we sat outside and we talked about it. So last thing I know, he was pretty excited to help out there. being that he's in school and, you know, he's a young man, I'm sure he doesn't mind getting the experience of, you know,
Yeah.
doing this.
And I think he may enjoy doing that.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's funny.
And, I mean, it's good to
the
learn.
job is tedious at times. It really is. All right, so we'll make note to follow through with Dexter, and if not, also to look for anybody else who would be willing to.
Well, my son will be willing to also. He's been changing a little bit, so Dexter definitely the main guy, but my son Xavier Smith will be able to assist if Dexter, you know, for some reason can't do it. You know, I can have my son learn it and do it.
Okay.
But again, I do believe it will be Dexter, because it seems like it's something that he wants to really do.
All right. Is that the end of your report?
That's it.
Actually, I'll do a brief verbal report and then we'll go on to program news. I'm doing a verbal request for Savant's Academy Stars to be the Palm Beach Heat Wave financial representative. As we know, it takes a while to get your 501c3, and it's a compliment to our organization to have our organization be the fiscal representative for another organization to help them out. I did not bring the resolution for this request only because I want to make sure that we have things sorted out in terms of extra help that you may need, and just going through what the responsibilities are before taking
Has
it
this been
on.
discussed before?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I meant, but in this setting, because I just wanted people listening, maybe. you
No,
could explain
this is why I'm.
Who the,
So the Palm Beach Heat Wave is an organization that I started to help young ladies continue their basketball careers. The ladies are 20 years and older, and they have exhausted all their NCAA eligibility. I did that because that was actually an organization that I started a while back in 2003, along with my teammates coming out of University of New Orleans, and we put it down, and I like to pick the torch back up again. As part of the Palm Beach Heat Wave, the team itself is called the Riviera Beach Heat Wave, and we have a team that's currently playing in Riviera Beach. And as far as the organization side, it's still new, it's still forming, and it would be great to see if we can both work together in regards to keeping track of finances. And that's where I can see where the extra help will come, because once we are introduced to the members of the Palm Beach Heat Wave, and we feel that the people that will be helping are qualified, then you'll find that we can definitely handle the finances, the financial side of both organizations better. So not better. You're doing a good job. Timely. I should say timely, because I know it
Better
could be
would be fine.
consuming. Okay.
I got a
So,
question. When is the heat wave season?
The heat wave season is annual from May to August, and we're the competitive league that we're in is the WBCBL, which is the Women's Blue Chip Basketball League.
WBC.
BL.
so do we need to make a motion to,
A motion to review first draft of the resolution and to basically draft how logistically how it will go forward. That would include a meeting with Mr. Spillane and finding out what those extra fees are, and that wouldn't be incurred upon Savon's Academy. That would be incurred upon Palm Beach Heat Wave.
And you've spoken to the Village of Royal Palm Beach and
Yes.
Yeah, we
Savon.
spoke to Mike about it. So yeah, basically, it would be like Claudine is saying, just we would be in support of our president running our organization and being able to use us as, you know.
well, I'll make a motion to move forward with it.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. I appreciate you very much because, of course, starting a new venture is kind of the jitters and want to make sure you do everything correctly.
Could I ask one question? Is that going to require any changes to bylaws?
It does. As part of the resolution, it will state those changes, especially with the agreement between the two organizations. The changes would be in terms of how we would collect funds and how they would be distributed and reported. In our bylaws currently, we can have a person to assist the treasurer in this manner, and that's where one of the Palm Beach Heat Wave personnel would step into that role, but that role is defined in our bylaws.
Okay.
Somebody did it for me when we started. Before we got our 501c3.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I really do. All right, so on to our fundraising committee report. How did the Applejack fundraiser go on June 16th?
We raised $920.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Good job.
560 offline and 360 online. Yeah.
good
In
support.
a short period of time.
Yeah,
too.
it was good support.
And our team mom was actually out of town catering to her daughter who had a newborn baby boy. And
Congratulations.
Savon kind of had to step in and tell everybody, hey, come on out. It happened, it happened.
Great job. Great job.
Yeah, and Applebee's, what it taught me is Applebee's fundraiser could be a really great fundraiser if we're able to have more time to really sell tickets way in advance.
When were you considering doing the next one?
The next one, we just finished this one and it's June. We'll consider another one probably, I'm thinking November. Yeah, give it some time, and like I said, if we plan it out right, I'm pretty sure we can do very well with it. Applebee's sponsors us every year, so we actually like doing these flapjack fundraisers with Applebee's. We've been doing it for the last one. We did it 4 times so far, I think.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, this was the 4th.
4th time. And it's a nice way how everybody can relax and hang out with the family and get away from basketball a little bit. We talk about everything, and it's a nice way to catch up with everybody. So I love it. Personally, you hear me gripe about Publix, but this one I won't gripe about. But
To be honest with you, Publix, I love the get together with Applebee's. That's great, but the Publix fundraisers cost us nothing. It's
It
our
does.
best fundraiser.
It still is.
It helps our organization to go.
It does.
And sometimes the hardest things to do are the things that you need to do to be successful. The easiest things to do don't always carry weight.
It's true. In regards to Publix fundraisers, do we have?
We do have Publix coming up this weekend, the 23rd
Okay.
and 24th.
At which location?
And that's in Boynton Beach, Gateway. And we will be out there from 9:30 to 6:30.
All right, we had 10 for 10 on the last agenda. I just,
No, we don't, we didn't do anything.
we didn't
with
do
it.
that one? Okay. Um, All right, as part of the shoot committee, I see that we still have the Willie Worsley night.
Yeah, I
That-
spoke to Mr. Worsley,
Mhm.
and I told him, due to the fact that we have so many things to organize, that I wanted to take that one off our agenda
Okay,
and push it to 2018-19 season,
okay,
and possibly have the kids travel there for a tournament. Either or, we just have to make that plan, but for now, we want to take that off the agenda for 2017-18 season and move that to 2018-19 season, which I already called him and spoke to him about.
okay. And the update of the business relations with Wells Fargo, are you planning to make any account changes or any moves at this particular time?
Well, I can talk about Wells Fargo a little bit because I'm actually proud of the things that I've been doing, you know, on and off the court, because our motto is developing winners on and off the court. And I can say our former players that we started Savon's Academy program with, majority of them are involved in the program and assisting us in any which way. As you see, Dexter, you know, he's our secretary. My son helps out on the fundraising side of things. Chadwick, Pierre Lewis, Anthony Menacee, you know, and the list goes on. And the other boys are in, you know, they're all in college, but you know, some of the other boys are pretty busy, you know, with their school and out of state. So I can only help them so much. But as far as the kids that's local that I see all the time, I took them to Wells Fargo and I opened up bank accounts with them. And we're teaching them how to manage their money. We're teaching them how to build their credits so they have like secure credit cards. And, you know, so they're learning, you know, how to handle their finances.
Okay, good.
You know, so I'm proud of that. And the goal is, like I mentioned before, to have Wells Fargo, you know, come out and talk to the kids about, you know, finances, as well as, you know, continue to donate and donate more to the program.
All right. Good news to hear. All right, and now into your program report.
Okay, in my program report, I got a little surprise. I could start with the surprise. No, I won't start with the surprise.
No, you
I'm
won't.
about to start with myself first. First thing, for those who don't know, my actual real name is Dale Smith. And most people, well, I wouldn't say most people know me as Savon. So, you know, but it is Dale Smith. On the legal paperwork, it says Dale Smith, but everybody calls me Savon. And how did Savon's Academy come about? Because I used to sing, and that's where I got my name, Savon. So it kind of stuck. So with that being said, I kind of feel like I've been doing great things, and thanks to you guys for coming on and assisting. So I decided, you know, what's better than to brand your name?
Okay.
So as you can see, my shirt, Savon Smith with the big S.
See,
I've become Superman.
you got a double S on your chest.
So I kind of want to show the direction I'm taking the organization, developing winners on and off the court. And, you know, with the Savon that our treasurer created, and with the Savon Smith was kind of like my idea, you know, you can see the two things that we have right now that, you know, we're actually branding ourselves, you know, but more so I want to be remembered as that guy who helped out in the community, and that guy who his son came behind him and helped out in the community. So we can continue to have the program use basketball or whatever sport to assist student athletes and teach them how to be winners on and off the basketball court. I do want to show off a couple more things. And this is one of my favorite because of the color.
It's like about my size.
Yeah, it's about
Cheryl, that's your size right there.
You're still waiting. You're still waiting. And I'm sorry, we got to go ladies stuff.
Oh, okay.
And see, it goes together. So we're doing big things.
Okay, I see ya.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. And here, one of my favorite. And I know you'd like to take this off my hand, but it's coming. Yours is coming, not this one.
Oh, that's Cheryl's, right?
No, this is
Okay,
nobody's.
that's not Cheryl's. Sorry. I tried.
Okay.
Very
That's
nice.
cute.
All right, so now my goal is for not to quite sell these right now, but to give them to some people that I know, like my cousin's a professional boxer. Give him, let him wear it, and just kind of brand it and get it out there. Because more than I don't want to just rely on Publix and the community support. I want to be able to have support by selling our own gears eventually. And I think this is a good way to get support outside of just constantly counting on someone else to donate to us. So that's where my mindset is, helping yourself. You got to help yourself before someone else helps you. So I've always been that way. So that's what I've been working on. So between the Savons and the Savon Smith, and it's still work in progress. And one more news. I changed my name. It's officially Savon Smith.
Oh, good job. You spoke about it.
Yeah.
You
So
did?
now it's officially Savon. I kept the Dale, but I flipped it.
Oh, okay.
So it's officially Savon Dale Smith.
Oh, well, I need to make some changes in the reimbursement because I did put your legal name in here, but now your legal name is your new legal name. Okay. All right. Let's make that change. Savon
And
Dale Smith.
I also want to point out, when I started the program, I started with 2 kids. One was my son, and the other one became my son. But not blood son, but became my son. And the program started with the 2 of them, and then came, the other 3, and then came another one, and I had 6 to go with. Jacoby Neath plays for Team Canada. So we're very, very proud of that.
Very proud.
They did play the United States, and they did not win. The United States won. But again, this is a great accomplishment for a kid that didn't know how to bounce a basketball. And now he's playing for Team Canada. So as an organization, we're very proud of that, and we want the community to know that they should be proud as well, because Jacoby came out of this community, even though he was Canadian born. And when he moved here, he could not bounce a basketball, and he learned that through the program.
Mm-hmm.
So we're proud of that.
Congratulations, Jacoby.
So now when you see us at Publix, we will be representing. Yeah, so this is a great accomplishment for Jacoby and for our organization. And me and Jacoby's dad is like brothers. So he called me and told me, you better do this. And last, I will turn this thing around and show that we also have a banner that we created. Oops, there it is.
Very nice.
So we're actually proud. But
Very
I'm sure
proud.
no one is more proud than Jacoby, because he works hard.
That's right. He worked hard to accomplish it, and he really put his blood, sweat, and tears to pour it into his gift and his craft. And I'm so happy to see him make it to the Canadian team. I know that feeling because I walked in that path. So it's an honor.
Make sure you tell, because you came here from Canada. You met me. Jacoby came from Canada. He met me, and end up with the same coach who coached you. So I mean,
Yes.
elaborate on that. Life's funny how things work out.
Never know.
Yes, his parents were saying, I'm thinking about bringing him back, and I was like, hey, make sure you reach out to Coach Ro Russell. Ro Russell, he was key in helping me achieve my dreams to play for my country. I played on Team Canada, and then I went off to the United States to play as a D1 athlete, and it's cool that Jacoby went back to Coach Rowe, and he achieved to play on Team Canada. Unfortunately, he walked in the same path because we lost the United States as well, and then he lost the United States. So I was like, no. But I am so proud that he is able to achieve it, and I know how it feels, and I'm big props to his parents because they've really pulled full support behind him and maintained their jobs and maintained younger children. So
And sacrifice.
and sacrificed a lot to make sure he has to be where he needed to be in order to grow in basketball and academics. So I'm so proud of Jacoby, and I'm so proud and honored to know the whole family. And I hope much success. I know under Coach Rowe's guidance, he has no other choice. Coach Rowe, he's like, it's this way. There's no other way. It's this way. What the Rev says, it goes. So to have that conversation with him, to have Jacoby go over there and represent Savon's Academy is huge. And I can't be any prouder. So.
And Cheryl, you and the city should be really proud, because you guys gave Savon's Academy the opportunity to be the travel basketball provider, and we went above and beyond, and we're not just a basketball program. We're now teaching life lessons, so thanks to you guys for giving us the opportunity and the vehicle to be able to drive these kids to the future.
Village is very proud to have you all.
Yeah. So now technically Royal Palm is international. so I went international. So proud of him. So honored that we're part of his path, his way onto greatness.
And nice presentation, too.
Yes,
Thank you.
very nice.
Well, look at this. Look at the village. Look at this. You walk in here, this is good presentation. So we're proud.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, and that's it for my report.
No, it's not.
Oh, well, you'll continue with the rest.
Just a reminder, equipment budget is still standing because it was a year ago. We always look back at our standing orders and see when we implemented certain budgets, and the equipment budget is $200 still standing if you need any equipment. And the high school team, will they be participating in the Best of the South tournament?
Yes,
in
they
Georgia?
already registered.
They're registered?
I
Okay.
didn't register you said the high school, right?
Right.
Yeah, they're already registered.
Okay, and what's the date?
July 19 through the 22nd.
Through the 22nd. Okay.
Yes.
And then currently, middle school is participating in the Frenzy
Yeah.
Boynton Beach
Yep.
basketball league.
Mm-hmm.
And their games are every Monday, but this Monday was moved to Friday, Friday evening. So it's weekly league play. Most of the games are on Monday, unless told otherwise, in Boynton Beach.
Where is that played?
That is the gym for the middle school.
The middle school?
That gym is located. Here, let me get the exact.
It's Boynton
address.
Beach, right?
Boynton Beach, yes. Your group meet coming up?
I did.
Mine's not coming up.
Are you trying
There
to
we
find
go.
it? Oh.
Right.
You want the actual address, Cheryl, of the tournament where it's happening?
If you all have it.
Yes.
We can email
So
it to
it's at the Naomi Donnelly Hagen Boys and Girls Club,
Okay.
which
Yes.
is at
Yes, I know where that is.
1451 Southwest 7th Street in Delray Beach.
Okay.
The name of the league is the Frenzy Boynton Beach Basketball League. And you can actually follow the teams on
Turning machine.
Tourney Machine,
Mm-hmm.
the Tourney Machine app.
Interesting.
You can download that app, and then you can follow our team, see how they do this season. All right, that concludes the program report?
Okay. Yeah, and now we're going off into the other stuff, so, yeah.
Okay, so on to new, continuing, and old business. The renewal of the interlocking agreement with Crestwood Middle School. Sure, I'll leave that to you when you do your report. Is that fine?
Yes, and as a matter of fact, Savan and I had been in correspondence some about that, and we thought it would be good to get it submitted earlier this year.
Yeah.
And go ahead and
I'm
get
going
it.
to bring that to you tomorrow. I did leave
Excellent.
that at home. I might have it.
Is there anything with it? Via
Because you
email,
know
right?
what, I printed it
And
and I put it up too safe. So it might be-
Tomorrow will be fine, Savan. I'll
Okay.
be there at the recreation center.
No problem, but I'm pretty sure, you know how sometimes you make sure you put stuff up? I bet you it's in here somewhere.
All right, so we'll remind you about it if you don't have it.
Okay.
Bear with you. And then we have the reimbursement to Savon Dale Smith.
Oh, so everyone know what this reimbursement is.
Okay.
It's, the banners and, it's fundraising, for fundraising. And the hotel, not the hotel.
van rental.
What's the other one?
The van rental.
The van rentals, yes,
So that was for the Bob Gibbons tournament. that
Yes.
You guys attended.
yes.
Okay.
Just so everybody knows what it is.
All right. That was part of our budget
Yeah.
that we allocated for that. Okay. And the receipts are turned in.
Yes, right here. I'm also gonna send it by email.
So those are the receipts for the reimbursement that Mr. Smith is requesting. Also, we received the invoice for the village for gym fees. So you have the checkbook. We'll take care of that today. The Coca-Cola truck has been rented for the 4th of July celebration at Commons Park. What is the amount?
We don't know the
amount.
exact amount yet,
Okay.
but, Cheryl, what did I tell you?
Oh, very good.
All right.
Salon is getting very organized.
All right. Also, Mr. Smith has requested for up to $2,000 for the Best of the South tournament participation for travel accommodations, registration, and it's part of our annual tournaments that we participate in. We just need a motion for it, and I'll motion for it since
And I can second that, so you know. Oh,
Yeah.
well, I can't second it.
5 more minutes. I know you're trying to handle a few
I'll
emergencies.
second that motion.
Thank you so much. And a request, part of our standing order for advertising is $200, and coach is requesting for it to be raised to $500, so he can purchase some banners and purchase some more fundraising materials that we find that helps out organizations bring in more funds to our organization. So we're looking to spend a little bit more money to bring in more support
Yeah,
to
get
our organization.
More, like you said, presentation before, Cheryl. We want
Yes.
to have good presentation, you know, by investing.
Okay, and the rest is continuing old business. We're still waiting the invoice from Hollis Enterprise in regards to the website maintenance. That has not come in yet. Our athletic banquet, we haven't set a date because we've been really busy getting everybody to tournaments through their league play, and we're gonna push it back through August because after August 1st is when we have a little break in regards to getting the teams together and getting our award celebration out, which would be really great because it'll be right at the end of our tournament season.
Do we need to make a motion on that?
We already have our motion, is the $600 for the athletic banquet standing, and we just have to get a date over to the village. So everything's set for that. Onto our village of Royal Palm Beach input and comments.
No additional comments.
Thank you. All right, we're on to our summary of approvals. I'm trying to rush. Right now, it's the reimbursement for $1,112.45 for the band rental fees and receipts for the banners and that coach had turned in. $1,000 for the invoice for the gym fees to be paid to the Village of Royal Palm, and that. And the approval for the Best of the South tournament, up to $2,000 for participation in that tournament, and to move our standing order from $200 to $500 for advertising materials that we need for purchases of banners or fundraisers, or anything that can help our organization bring in more funds. That is our summary of approval. And we come to the end of our meeting, in which July 18th will be our next board meeting, and our workshop is set for July 11th at 7 p.m. Thank you for joining us this evening. This meeting is adjourned.
All right.